Hey guys, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. It's Beer 30. Let's go take a walk, see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Look how big this bottle is. This is a 22-ounce bomber. This is from Avery Brewing Company. They're out of Boulder, Colorado. This is their Ale to the Chief. And it's got a bunch of writing on the front of here, which is almost impossible for me to read. And this is one of their smaller beers, coming in at 8.1%. These guys are known for making some monster ABV beers, guys, and they usually do those beers very damn well. So I got this from the guys out there at Servall Liquors, Donovan and the guys out there in San Diego. Craftcity.com on the internet. If you're out in San Diego area, stop in, tell Donovan and the guys I said hello. And if you're not, you can get on the internet and go to the website at craftcity.com and check out the selection of beers they have, and they have a massive selection of them, guys. And if your state allows them to ship beers to your state, you can place an order and they'll ship it to you just like they do me. Ship them right out to you, and they're shipped up and packaged very nicely in packaging that's made to ship beers where we don't have any breakage or anything. So check them out. Check them out, and see if you can find something you can't get in your area. The beers that Avery produces, especially the 10% up to 20-some% beers, and especially their darker beers and stuff, are outstanding, guys. I mean, big ABV, big boys beers. Knock you in the dirt if you're not careful. Drink them at home if you're drinking those monster beers, guys. And this is a big bottle, but it's not a big ABV at 8.1%. So we'll see what this one brings to the table. I don't have the IBUs listed here on Rate Beer Beer Advocate, so let's step over to Untapped, and they have it at 70 IBUs on this one. And they are calling it an Imperial IPA here on Beer Advocate. Rate Beer has it listed as an American Strong Ale. So a lot of times they have different descriptions of what the beer actually is. So I'll give you my thoughts on it, whether I think it's more of a Imperial Pale or a Strong Ale or an Imperial IPA once I get the cap off of it and see. And they have a bunch of writing on here, and it's the same thing that Rate Beer has here, and I'm going to read it to you very quickly here. We, the brewers of Avery Brewing, in order to form a more perfect ale, require a new leadership that can liberate us from our quagmires in foreign lands, embrace environmentally sound energy, alternatives to imported oil, heal our ailing health care system, free us from tyrannical debt, and resurrect the collapsing dollar. By God, that's what we need. We need some damn new leadership in this country. We hereby pledge to provide him or her with an ample amount of our presidential pale ale, that's what they're calling it here, to support the struggle for aforementioned goals. Hail to the new chief. Not an imperial pale ale, this is a democracy. It's presidential. Take the All-American Pale Ale, a bipartisan blend of malt and hops, increased to both Avery Brewing standards, and then of course dry hop the result with that most quintessential of American hops, Cascades, and you get this, Ale to the Chief. A brew worthy of the Oval Office, brewed with the Rocky Mountain water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. Sounds good. Like I said, I've had a bunch of their bigger beers, and they've always been awesome. The only plus I got it, they glue these damn foil caps on tighter than Dick's hat band, guys. So just be careful of them and don't get a bunch of foil down in your beer. So as I open this, like I said, Beer Advocate has this listed as an IPA or a double IPA. So According to them, the cuisine is barbecue, the cheese is peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue cheddar, stronger cheeses, gorgonzola, limburger, and the meat for this is game, grilled meat, and salmon. Glass bar snifter tulip, oversized wine glass, and it says here can be cellared, but I wouldn't do it. It's only 8.1%, and if it's a hop forward beer, you're going to lose out on that. And there may be a date somewhere on it, and we'll take a closer look and see if we can find something when I come back for the final chug, because it's right out of the fridge and it is sweating profusely. About a finger of head, a nice deep amber, almost mahogany red ruby color. It is a filtered beer. It looks like to me, I can see the bulb right through it. A lot of bubbles streaming up from the center part of the glass. Let's get a nose on this one. Smells kind of malty, sort of barley wine-ish sweetness to me, guys. And like I said, I'm not sure about dating. We'll check the date on this and see if we can find something when I come back. But it doesn't smell like a fresh Imperial IPA to me. Big malt, sweet maltiness to the beer. Caramel, toffee. Maybe even some hints of dark raisins in there. So let's take a taste and a sip and see what we end up with, and see if we can find a date when I come back before I give you the final grade and chug. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Donovan. To me, guys, this is not a fresh Imperial or double IPA. Much more maltiness. Now, it may have been, like I said, we'll check for a date when I come back, but right now, what I'm tasting, what I'm smelling, it tastes more into the strong ale than a Imperial Pale or an Imperial IPA. Too much maltiness right now at this stage. Alcohol seems to be very well hidden for 8.1%, but it is heavy on the maltiness down here, guys. So let me sip on it for a little while, pour her a glass, and we'll come back and check for a date, and I'll give you my final grade and chug when I come back. Alright guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on it for about 30 minutes now. This is not your typical up-in-your-face West Coast style double IPA. That's what they're shooting for on this beer. I looked at the bottle when I come back, and it's kind of smudged. It's digital right here on the neck of the bottle, and it looks like it's either 7/17/16 or 9/17/16. So if it's 7, it may be past its prime. If it's 9, it's getting close to it. I'm reviewing this on the 4th of September. So it's a more balanced, if you don't like that up in your face hop profile, it's a more balance between the malt and the hoppiness in this beer. More malt than hoppiness in my opinion. I like my IPAs or double IPAs a little bit more hoppier than what this is. But if you like that malt base in your IPAs, or you like to sell your IPAs or double IPAs to get a little bit more maltiness to match up with that big hop freshness, you might like this one. To me, I think it's a little too malty for my taste. It's just me. So, but it is a nice beer. The alcohol is very, very well hidden for 8.1%. A nice, tasty. To me, it's closer to a strong ale than a double IPA with the maltiness I'm getting on it, but that's just me. I like that big West Coast style hot presence in my double IPAs, but decent. It's decent. Not the best one I've had from Avery for sure, but it's decent beer. So let's do the final chug here. Seems like it's a balance there. It's not that super hoppy beer if you're expecting that in a double IPA. A lot of maltiness to go with this beer. to go with the hop presence in this beer. So, not my cup of tea, but if you like that big maltiness, this might be one you might want to pick up. So, to me, guys, I do think it's an A beer, but I think it's on the lower scale. I'm going to give this a 90, which is the A- in my scale. So, with that being said, let's go over to Beer Advocate. They say 90. So we're in perfect agreement there. I agree with that number 100%. It is a great beer, though. And over to Ray Beer. Ray Beer has it at 97 overall, 92 in the style. I'm not going there. I like a little bit more hop presence in my double IPAs than having that big maltiness to it. If I like that big maltiness, I would cellar my IPAs for 30 or 60 days past their shelf life to get that heavier maltiness to it. But I like that up in your face hop style. So to me, a nice balance, but not what I'm looking for in a double IPA. And for the final check-in, let's go into Untapped. Untapped has it at 3.78. That's a B plus in their grade as far as I'm concerned. So